Well, welcome everybody to your Louisville Zoo. Thank you all for being here for a great celebration today. Your Louisville Zoo, our mission is to better the bond between people and our planet, and this is an emblematic day of that mission and a great partnership to further that. I want to thank, with us today, we have His Honor Mayor Fisher, and we also have with us Spencer Bruce, the CEO of the Louisville Water Company. Let's give it up for the mayor and Spencer. And we want to celebrate this partnership with the Louisville Water Company and the Louisville Water Foundation. We're here to celebrate 8 new water bottle refill stations out here in the park. And they have been a huge success. So we're going to tell you a little bit about that because water is so important. You know, water is the lifeblood for our planet. Every little living creature needs water to survive and to thrive. All of our campers here need water to survive. Hey, campers, let's see your hands. All right, campers. Woo! I'm going to ask you later if you remember that mission, the big secret, to better the bond between people and our planet, okay? Try and remember that. Our camel here. We got Pure Tap right here to our left. All right, our mascots. And what great animal ambassador to talk about water, but the camel. You know, the camel could go for a long period of time without drinking water. A lot of people think that hump, too, by the way, is filled with water. Now, there's water in it, but it's mostly fat because there's not a lot of vegetation out there in the desert for an animal to eat. So Lulu is here to also be a great ambassador for how precious water is to each and every one of us. It's essential for life, and we all need it. You know, right now, our population of human beings is growing and growing. In the last 60 years, the population of our planet has tripled of human beings. There's 7.5 billion of us. And we need water for everything. And most people don't realize this, but when it rains, that's not brand new water. That's recycled water. The water that we have on our planet is the same water that our grandparents drank, and our great-great-great-great-grandparents drank, and our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents drank. So it's important for us to really appreciate this very, very precious resource. But we are so lucky because we have an awesome water company. And the Louisville Water Company, another round of applause for Louisville Water Company. We are so fortunate to be on this wonderful Ohio River, and we're lucky to have plenty of awesome, great tasting, some of the best in the world, I understand, if not the best, potable, drinkable water in our community. So we're very, very fortunate that we have that. And the celebration today about these filling stations, and you see we have Louisville Water Company, Louisville Zoo refill bottles. We want to encourage all the guests when they come to the zoo, bring your refill bottles, your recyclable refill bottles, because the plastic bottles that you throw away or recycle, let's hope you all recycle, even so, plastic ends up in places it shouldn't. It ends up in streams. It ends up in the ocean. You know, every major ocean on the planet has a floating huge island. The one in the Pacific is it's larger than Texas, of floating plastic. It's not a good thing. We could talk to you a long time about that, but it's not a good thing. And you bringing your recyclable, reusable bottle to the zoo and refilling at the stations is a great way to help better the bond between people and your planet, okay? All right? So we've just had these filling stations in. We're going on 3 months. We're about the end of our 3rd month. And guess how many water refills we've had already? In 3 months. How many do you think? 3,000. I hear 3,000. I hear another number out there. How many do you think? 8,000. One more. 100,000. Somewhere in between. We have had 52,000 refills. Let's give a round of applause for everybody refilling those bottles. That's a great start, and that's only in 3 months. So let's make it more than 250,000 throughout the year. I mentioned the great thanks we have to offer the Louisville Water Foundation and the Louisville Water Company. They've made this possible. We couldn't have these refill stations without them. So thanks again, Pure Tap. You guys are awesome for making that happen and providing us with that great tasting water and helping us protect the planet in a better way. So please reuse those stations. Beyond that, you'll notice that we have incredible art in the background here. And every refill station has art that shows how essential the water is. Here in the islands, we talk about how all living creatures come together at water, because we all need water. And throughout the zoo, there's artwork at every station that shows how animals need the water and how important it is to them. So take a look at all the artwork. And today we have all of our campers here. We've also been great partners with Louisville Water Company. It's been an awesome partner with us in our educational programming. We actually have Louisville Water Company educators on campus today working with all of our campers. So this partnership's been going and it's growing, and we are thrilled about it. So a lot of things to celebrate. At this time, I would like to bring up another thing that we need to celebrate in our community. You know, 8 years ago, we didn't have an Office of Sustainability in Louisville Metro, but one of the first things that His Honor Mayor Fisher did when he came into office is created an Office of Sustainability because he cares about the health of Louisville, Kentucky, and the planet. And for all of that, we should celebrate and welcome His Honor Mayor Greg Fisher.
Thank you, John. I want to recognize Pat Mulvihill, also our Metro Council person for this district, does a wonderful job. So thank you, Pat, for what you're doing day in, day out. Well, today's announcement's a great announcement for a lot of reasons. Pure Tap, thank you for being here with us. You're always doing a good job. You're very enthusiastic, I got to say that. And our camel friend over here, Lulu, looking good. Very well behaved for a camel. What do you think, kids? Yeah, you know, you can no telling what a camel could do, right? Well, today's an example of a great partnership. We've got so many wonderful institutions here in our city that do great work in and of themselves. Louisville Zoo is known to be one of the great zoos in the country. Louisville Water Company, year in, year out, if we're not rated the #1 water company in the country, we're always in the top 3. So by themselves, they're outstanding. And then when you put the two of them together here for what you see with this partnership at the zoo, it's even better. And, of course, it's done around this noble purpose of keeping everybody hydrated because it's been a little hot lately. So we got to make sure that we're keeping plenty of water in our systems. And if you're going to have plenty of water in your systems, why not have the world's best water in your system? And, of course, that is the great Louisville Pure Tap that we have here day in and day out. It's another benefit of coming out to the zoo. It's beautiful to see the way that the zoo just keeps expanding. We have a wonderful, top-notch professional staff here at the Louisville Zoo. John, you and your team do an incredible job. Yes, they do. Running the zoo here, but then also raising the awareness of the importance of sustainability, responsible environmental activity. When we think about our city value of health, we talk about mental and physical health, but we also talk about environmental health. So if we are not taking care of our planet, it's a problem, and we can be doing a better job on that. So really, the zoo is one of our great leaders in that effort. Louisville Water, when they had the idea to say, we need to market this wonderful water we have here, Pure Tap. No one else around the country had said, let's take this tremendous product we have and market it so that people understand. That's right. Understand that you can just refill, that you can not necessarily have to go to the store and buy a bottle of water. This is just as good, and you recycle much better that way as well. So great job to Pure Tap as well. So I just want to say also, when you think about Spencer Bruce and his team at the Louisville Water Company, they are doing an incredible job. When you are ranked top in the country year in and year out, it's not by happenstance. It's because you got a great team of dedicated people working a good plan and improving it day in and day out. So wonderful job to all of the Louisville Water Company. And now please join me in welcoming Spencer Bruce, the CEO of the Louisville Water Company.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate that. All right, kids, everybody hold up your reusable bottle. So who loves the water here in Louisville? Come on, say yay. 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 All right. Make sure you get one of these. If you don't have one, we'll get you one. First, I'd like to start by thanking John Walzak and really all the employees of the Louisville Zoo. We have a great relationship with the Louisville Zoo. And actually, we consider it, like they've said, we consider it a partnership with the zoo. And we're honored to be here to be a part of today's festivities. Because you see, for more than 15 years, we've been working with the zoo on summer camps and special events. You heard how we have an educator here today that's part of the summer camp program. And we're thrilled that the Louisville Water Foundation could provide these drinking water stations and really help educate people and the visitors here at the zoo about water and its importance to us and to our environment. As I'm sure you all know, the mayor talked about it, everybody talked about it. The Louisville Water Company has the best tasting, highest quality water in the country. In fact, our treatment plants are ranked as 2 of the top 16 out of over 55,000 treatment plants in North America. That, absolutely. And in addition to that, we have won multiple taste test awards throughout the years. And as the mayor mentioned several years ago, because our water's so good, we decided to do something unique. We decided to name our water. We actually have trademarked our water, and we call it Pure Tap. And we're the only utility in the nation that's done that. So we're very proud of that. This year, it is the 21st anniversary of naming our water. So it seemed fitting that we're here today to make this announcement during what we're calling Pure Tap's 21st birthday. Another innovative idea that we've had, which is why we're here today, is messaging drinking water fountains. And you might think, why would you want to message a drinking water fountain? What's the purpose of that? Well, our organization, what we try to do is we want to better educate Louisvillians. We want to better educate visitors to Louisville. We want to better educate the public about the value of water, and specifically the value of Louisville's water. We know, throughout our history, we know that water is the key to public health, and it is the key to a great quality of life. And so what better way to share that message than place it near a drinking water fountain? And so you might think, how did we come up with the idea of messaging the fountains here at the zoo? Well, last year, we had an employee. She was walking around visiting the zoo just like you are today, and she happened to notice that some of the fountains here were starting to show a little bit of age. And so she thought, man, what a great idea. Let me talk to some zoo personnel about the possibility of replacing some of these older fountains with new bottled fill stations and Louisville Water's message. Well, as you can imagine, the zoo loved this idea. They know the importance, just like we all do, of staying hydrated while you're here. When it's 100 degrees like it is today, you've got to drink lots of water. After a few more conversations, the zoo decided, and together we worked with the Louisville Water Foundation for a grant that would replace the older water fountains with the new bottled fill station and, of course, our message. And now we're excited to say that with the addition of these new fill stations here at the zoo, there's more than 50 locations like this across Louisville. So we've done this everywhere. So you'll see these stations or stations like this everywhere. And what we hope, our goal, is that we want everyone in Louisville and everyone now that visits the zoo to do what we call drink local. Well, drink local, what is that? That's pretty simple. You take a bottle like this, hopefully it's a Pure Tap bottle, but any reusable bottle will work. You fill it up, you drink, and you enjoy. And when you get thirsty again, you just repeat the process. Hey, you want some? Yeah. And we actually have a social media hashtag on this. We call it Fill, Drink, Repeat. Fill, Drink, Repeat. So, John, again, thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you for the partnership that we've developed over these last 15 to 20 years. And we hope that everyone that visits the zoo will enjoy Louisville's great, best tasting water in the country. So, thank you very much.
Remember, stay hydrated. What was that saying again? Drink?
Drink, fill, repeat.
Remember that. Drink, refill, repeat. Drink lots of great Louisville Pure Tap, and have a great time at your Louisville Zoo. Thank you all for coming out today. Have a great time.